everybody? It's your man Ran, the man, DefinitelyAmazing.com. It is humid outside. I am burning up. We are at the HighLine. Why is it so hot? Possibly because I have a hot artist. And I don't mean hot in the physical sense. There's a good looking guy. I mean hot because I got this out of nowhere. I rarely get interviews out of nowhere, but this is a Lyricist Chronicles interview, which means I'm interviewing a lyricist. This lyricist, what are we calling you? Because I know your government.
You could call me Steve Fr0.
He's Steve Fr0. Okay, so Steve Fr0.
Yes.
You get the government and all of his other social networks and all that good stuff. But I'm here with Steve Fr0. Steve Fr0 has graced us with his gracious appearance. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna talk about some lyrics.
Yep.
So I don't like to waste time, so let's get right into it. It's your man Ran, the man, DefinitelyAmazing.com. You can catch this interview and more at our YouTube, youtube.com/DA footage. And you can catch all of our good stuff on Instagram, Facebook at DefinitelyAmazing. And we'll get all Steve Fr0 stuff in a minute. But Steve, this is Lyricist Chronicles. Everybody I interview for Lyricist Chronicles, same first question. Define a lyricist.
A lyricist to me is someone who has a background to what they say. Not only, I feel like everyone can rhyme, put in a bunch of words together, but for me it's more of what they say and how they actually say it, and what they actually mean behind something like motivational or influential that can be in a good sense for someone and for their audience.
I agree. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since high school, back in 2000. I started in 2010, but I never actually went public till about 2014. I was always too nervous. I didn't want to be judged or criticized, so I was like, I'm gonna just keep it to myself. But then eventually I changed my mind.
He knows this business can be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Can you name an album that inspired your music?
Oh man, that's an album that inspired my. I don't want to sound too typical, but for me it was Nas. Not It Was Written, Illmatic.
Illmatic. Oh,
Illmatic.
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
That was definitely my main inspiration. Yeah.
I like that. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about some lyrics. We're gonna talk about some tracks. First up, I want to say I'm digging the SoundCloud, man.
Thanks, man.
There's a couple of things we've even liked and reposted on our SoundCloud. Definitely amazing SoundCloud. Check us out on SoundCloud. You can see all the cool artists that we interview, all that good stuff. You can also catch stuff from him. I like a track called When Will You Know. I like that track for multiple reasons, but I'd like you to explain the track as quickly as possible. And then we're going to get into a lyric question. So I picked out a lyric. You're going to explain the lyric. He's smart. I don't have to explain this to him. Explain the track.
When it's time to forget about.
When Will You Know? I basically came up with that song because I feel like although people, as you heard in the song, a lot of people, even though they know they're doing things wrong, people still do it. And, it's just like, it's not really affecting them physically or mentally, but, they just still go out and they do it because based around the people they're hanging around with or what they see from other artists, and they just, although it's bad for them, and they just still do it. And it's like you said, the name of the song is like, when will you know? Like, that is, you're not supposed to be doing these things, but.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I thought that was what the track was about.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're gonna jump into a lyric question here. You can have it all, but never self-respect. Okay, that caught me off guard. What are we talking about there?
Like, people, from where I came from with that part is, from my experience, I met a lot of artists willing to work with me.
Right.
And you know, I was always like, okay, it's no problem. And they're always, you know, interact, but they tell me to check out their songs, and they tell me themselves that they pay for their plays on SoundCloud.
Right.
And or they pay for, for stuff like that. I feel like that's not self-respect towards yourself. Like, you're completely.
Okay.
That's basically where that came from. But from the song itself, like it says in the song, you know, when people go out party, do things that they're not supposed to do, drugs, stuff like that. Yeah, you can have all the friends you want. You can have all the popularity, but it won't matter at the end because you have no self-respect towards yourself.
I like that. I didn't even think about. I didn't think that was a music thing, but I like it. I like it.
That's where it mainly came from, but with the song, that's where it comes from.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's jump into another track. Another track called "Outside Together."
Yes.
Another one of my favorite tracks, but mostly because it seems like sometimes you'll get an artist who'll have somebody feature on their track and they'll do a great verse and then then you'll see like somebody like destroy it and you'll be like, dang. Or it's the opposite where somebody will do a great, you'll have the artist do a great verse that's featured, but then you come on and it's like, dang, this didn't happen. You guys had really very, very dope verses back to back. So I really like that song because of that reason. But give us some insight on that track. What was that track explaining? What was it trying to get to?
Hey, Fro, look, Law says he wants to take them to another planet. But why, when they live on Earth and can't comprehend it? Opportunities are thrown away.
Outside Together, it is from the other artist, Lars Moon. That was actually his song originally. And he had 2 verses on that. So I actually first heard it from him posting it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, I really like this beat.
Right.
So I was like, hey man, you think you could send that beat over? I would love to write a feature on it.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah man, go ahead. So he sends it over to me. I write my verse, I send it back, and I was like, yeah, what'd you think about it? He's like, I'm taking mine down right now and posting this one up instead. So then I was like, yeah man, definitely. Because that song, when I heard his first verse, basically, he talks about, like the song Outside Together, you know, it's just about people and, you know, we get caught up in things we're not supposed to be getting caught up into, but it's just like it's the vibe around us. We do things because of what we see around us and what's influential. My verse was what people are doing to ruin themselves. Like, I feel like people need to intellectually get smart. Like, I feel like people nowadays are too reliable on the social media, internet,
Right.
And people are not really going off their actual knowledge.
Right.
You know, that's why I mostly speak about in the song. You know, people got to get intellectually smart because so many people are just worried about what's on their phone and they don't think for themselves. You know.
I like it. I kind of got that track was speaking 2 different universes in both those verses.
Yeah.
So I like that. We're gonna go into a lyric question. Don't let the voices in your head be why you can't manage. What's that about?
All right, so Lars, if you see this is for you.
It's for you, Lars.
It's for Lars. Basically, my first show, I had actually a couple of artists that were supposed to open up for me.
Right.
And Lars was supposed to perform. And he hits me up probably like a week before the show telling me that he's not gonna be able to make it, he can't perform, and I was like, damn, like why not? And he told me last minute, and he's like, oh, because I'm just going through things right now, and I feel like I can't get myself together. And not only him, but I feel like a lot of people put themselves in a situation where if they feel like they're under pressure, they totally give up on everything else. And I feel like that's a sign to even go further. Don't let the voice in your head be why you can't manage. Like, don't let your conscious thoughts tell you that you can't do something because of what you're going through in life. you know, it's only motivation for you to go further.
I like it. I like it. I like that track. It's one of my favorite tracks. Let me tell you something. Here's what happens, Steve. I get an email from a very good friend, mutual friend of ours.
Yep.
Says, check out my artist. I say, okay. I hear this track, Wake Up America. And I'm like, what's this track about? Because at first this track was going one way, and then it like kind of went another way, and I was like,
yeah,
what?
the second verse
Totally
totally
another way.
Yeah.
And I was like, this dude is kind of interesting. He's intriguing.
Yeah.
So that was way before we thought about doing an interview.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we put that song up on Definitely Amazing, and then a couple weeks or months later, I think it was, then it occurred to me that maybe we can get you for Lyricist Chronicles. So I had this question written for the longest. Explain the meaning behind Wake Up America.
Girl put you in the friend zone, but she likes who got 22s with the clean chrome, perceived by an image, and you wanna be the clone, and you don't make enough, so
like you said, the first verse, I had written that actually about 2 to 3 years ago.
Okay.
Before I actually wrote the second verse. The second verse, I wrote it this year before I finished my mixtape Daydreaming on Elm Street. So my first verse, I kind of went towards a direction of, you know, what my typical morning is, waking up, getting through the day, coming back home from work. And it's tiring. You know, we all settle for a job and we don't actually prosper or try to reach for a career. So that's what I was trying to go with the first verse. Second verse, I wrote it early this year because I started noticing the things around me, you know, what I see on the news, and people need to wake up. You know, I've seen that people are on the phones, people are too busy with celebrities, want to see what the Kardashians are doing or who's dating who and all this stuff, and people need to wake up and notice what's going on around them. You know, like the one verse I say, you know, kids are getting heavier. No education and the kids are getting heavier. You know, kids are dropping out. Kids don't want to go to school. Kids just want to be in the whole scene that everybody else is in because of what they hear in the music nowadays. And I know this because I have a younger brother.
Right.
And my younger brother, he's 18. He's turned 19. So I know what I live with him. I live with him, so I know what he's into, and I know what all his friends are into. And I'm like, man, is this what you guys always want to do? Like, I'm like, stay in school, man. Get a job and do something. They're like too busy on their phones, and it's not. Like I said, they gotta wake up, and people are too stuck up on the screen.
So was that second verse was like a shot at social media era?
Yeah, basically.
All right, I like it. Because I felt like it was like trying to speak on multiple social issues within one verse. And I was like, you know, he put himself in a corner. You kind of wrote yourself into a corner in the old comic book phrase, where it's like, okay, now I have to like talk about different social, because I put that part of the song where the guy's talking about obesity in America, and then you're like, so I thought you wrote yourself into a corner, but you kind of wrote yourself out of it.
Yeah, usually when I like get a song, I throw in the samples myself, and then I'm like, I already put in the sample. I get too lazy and not take it off. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it right. I'm just go with it.
So we're here, New York City, the HighLine, beautiful city backdrop, Giorgio Armani. Yeah, it's like Giorgio Armani is right next to this. This is so freaking uber. All right, it's time for the most important question of every Definitely Amazing interview. This is the question that can make or break the interview. So, Steve Fro, why are you definitely amazing? I love that. We're gonna do that for everything now. That's my new thing. I love it.
I think I'm definitely amazing, and you know, not only because of my lyrics, but I feel like I bring the influence that people need nowadays. I feel my music, I know everybody else probably says it, but I feel like I have a completely different sound and vibe than what you regularly hear nowadays. Like, you know, I have friends that are artists too, but I can't feature with them because I feel like I can't match with them. Like, they're in a different lane. Like, you know, they always say stay in your lane. Like, I feel like they're in a completely different lane, they're in that lane to just, talk about, typical rap, drugs, money, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I need to influence, and I feel like I need to actually bring knowledge to the culture. Although there's plenty of artists, probably, definitely like me, but I feel like in my area, I need to be one of those artists to inspire other artists that think just like me. And so far, I feel like I have inspired a lot of people from what I've been told, and I've gotten plenty of feedback of all my lyrics and how influential and effective it be for others.
I would have to agree. Your lyrics are definitely amazing, for lack of better words, because there aren't any better combination of words. Steve. So this is where the interview would end, but we gotta let everybody know where they can find you. So tell the people where they can find you.
You could check out my music at SoundCloud.com.
SoundCloud?
/Steve Fr0. All my social media handles are Steve Fr0. That's with a 0, not an O. That's where you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything else.
And that will probably scroll across the screen right now because I like things that scroll. And man, this was fun. It's fun. I got some insight on you that I didn't think I would have gotten. So, newsflash, people, DefinitelyAmazing.com is going into its 10th year next year. That means that I have been doing this for 10 years, and I've probably been annoying you for 10 years. So, soon you're going to start seeing everybody we featured on the site. Most of the people are going to be doing little, vignettes about their experience with Definitely Amazing. You'll be getting that very soon. Make sure you check out everything on Definitely Amazing. Make sure you check out his latest project. What's the name of the project?
Where the Sun Rises.
Where the Sun Rises.
Where the Sun Rises.
Make sure that you are staying very tuned to Definitely Amazing because Pilar Scratch is about to release the print version of Fashion God, and we'll be there to cover it all. And I think a certain persons are going to be performing.
Yeah, I will. I'll be performing there that night.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want to get like a little kid to say that for me. It's your man, Random Man. DefinitelyAmazing.com. Check out our YouTube. Make sure you check out Erica on Deck coming back in 2 weeks with a new episode. And check out Saturday Morning Cartoons and Cereal coming back in 3 weeks with a new episode. It's your man, Random Man. DefinitelyAmazing.com. And we are out.
It's Steve Fr0. Look. Law says he wants to take them to another planet. But why? When they live on Earth and can't comprehend it. Opportunities are thrown away, others take advantage. Don't let the voices in your head be why you can't manage. Yourself is against you, the world gon' neglect you. Your friends is a threat too. This is what we're put through to see if we can stand the test of time. We've been further into space than we've gone in our own mind. We were taught without green there is no life form. That's why people without money think there is no life for them. This